So we got here, and the best thing ever happened. Soft opening of the Velocicoaster, we're riding it. We all know that I have a super huge fear of animatronic dinosaurs, and I am setting that aside so that we can ride this ride and let you know how it goes. We're so pumped. It says a posted wait of 60 minutes. When we first approached, it said 45, so we're timing it. So excited. So we're here in the line. The queue is very awesome. We're right here behind the Discovery Center, which is now fully open. It's just so cool. This drop here looks a little bit like what you would do on Valraven, in my opinion. So that's kind of what I'm going to compare this little, not little. Yeah, I should be more afraid of the roller coaster, but I'm literally just so afraid of those stinking animatronic raptors that, like, I'm not even thinking about the fact that this roller coaster looks pretty crazy. Although I mean, compared to Cedar Point, I feel like I've done big roller coasters, so I'm not that afraid of that part of it. But the idea that there could be a dinosaur like right next to me is like, I kind of want to pee my pants. My heart is racing, and I don't even know what to say right now. So I'm a little dramatic, I know, but this is like a childhood fear that I've had. So yeah, okay. But I'm gonna do it. We're gonna do this. So today is May 8th. It's a Saturday, and it's around 10 a.m. The ride does not officially open until June the 10th, but Islands of Adventure has stated that they may do some rehearsals, is what they're calling them, otherwise referred to as soft openings. My recommendation is if you are here in the vicinity and you want to try to ride this before that June 10th date, make sure that you're in the area of the Jurassic Park section of Islands of Adventure. If you decide to go on rides, check the app every single time you get off of a ride to see if it's opened. Keep checking back, kind of hover. I know they don't want people like lining up in areas that don't need where they don't need to be, but just keep trying, and that's what we did. We got here, we already ran Hagrid's, so we are kind of on a roll right now. But that's my recommendation, is if you're really trying to ride this, be sure to be vigilant. Keep checking. So as our channel members are aware, we are mostly based out of Cedar Point because that is our home park. It's only about a 2-hour drive from our house, so we're there every week. For us to get out to Orlando, it takes a little bit of time, but we're so excited to compare the Velocicoaster to those large roller coasters at Cedar Point. My big comparison that I'm going to be comparing it to would be the Millennium Force. And the boys, they've been on Steel Vengeance, so that's going to be something that they're looking for. I already have noticed a drop that looks very similar to Valraven, and I know that I'm comparing a Giga Coaster to a different type of coaster, but as far as thrills go, that is the ultimate for me as far as a roller coaster goes. I'm hoping for the smoothness of Valraven, Gatekeeper, but maybe some of those thrills of like Millennium Force and Steel Vengeance, maybe even Maverick. So as soon as we're off this ride, we're gonna give you what we feel. We're gonna rate it and kind of compare the two, because is it worth coming all the way to Orlando for the Velocicoaster? I don't know. The theming is pretty on point. That's one thing that Cedar Point doesn't have as much of, is the immersive theming. What's pretty cool about this is you feel like you are in Jurassic Park. We'll keep you updated as we go through the line, but those are my thoughts right now. Let's see how this compares to Cedar.
Let's get you ready to enter the paddock with real live raptors. The name Velociraptor means swift thief. Not only are they fast, their bite is equivalent to a large American alligator. Yikes! That means we can't retrieve any lost items from the paddock once they're gone. I'm here to help keep you and your belongings safe during your raptor run today.
Thank you again for your attention and enjoy the rest of your day here at Universal.
In a way that you might have to go back in time millions of years to experience. Of course, guest safety is our paramount concern. In the grooming stations, each specimen undergoes a complex, comprehensive examination after every running cycle. Every aspect of the animal's physical condition, ophthalmological, dental, respiratory, and cardiovascular, is kept under close and constant monitoring. Our internationally recognized team of more than 40 specialized veterinarians, as well as our elite team of over 25 scientists spanning every aspect of our unique brand of biogenetic engineering, is constantly focused on the health and well-being of our dinosaurs. we have painstakingly leveraged our existing and growing knowledge of avian and reptile biology, developing the foundations of this groundbreaking paleo-veterinary science that was designed and developed right here in order to formulate the complex game plan for how to properly care for and maintain these magnificent animals. And now, you can take advantage of the opportunity all this provides to see these raptors in thrilling close proximity.
I don't want to skip the part. I might have to close my eyes. Is a hip pack okay?
Party and other guests. Please use row markings as a guide when available. As you approach the boarding area, please be sure.
This is a double-sided locker. You rent it here, and then someone on the other side is going to put their things in. Do you have everything? All right. Just got off of the Velocicoaster, and that was super fun. I would say, as far as it being thrilling, if you're used to Cedar Point, this is an easy ride. As far as thrill level, I would probably put it on par with Valraven or Gatekeeper. I wouldn't say it's Millennium Force or a Giga Coaster. So it's thrilling, and it was super fun. I loved the theming, even though I don't like dinosaurs. I did not come in like close contact with a dinosaur, so we're okay. And outside of the ride, you can go ahead and purchase your picture. Okay, so we just rode the Velocicoaster, and we ended up having about a 45-minute wait when the posted time said 60. That included getting our locker and everything else. The ride itself, after you go through the lockers, you're then going to go through security, so you cannot take any bags, phones, any loose articles. We were able to take our lanyard, but it had to go into our shirts and be tucked in there. The ride was pretty awesome. The queue was the only time where you really come into contact with a raptor. The raptors are in their like cages, and you're pretty close, and that was pretty neat. Then you go into another area where you watch a video, and that has the characters telling you about the raptors and how really you should turn back, all the warnings, and that. So that was pretty neat. Then we got onto the ride. We sat in row number 2, and Jacob was in row number 3. I think front row on this would be totally worth the wait if you can do that. They did have a separate line for single riders and for people who wanted to be front row. So once you get up to the front, you'll see a little thing that says front row. I think next time, if I do wait for that, I would definitely say go on the front row. Go big or go home. The next part of the ride, you're in, there's some screens, you can see some raptors, and there's launches. So my favorite part of the ride was definitely the corkscrew where you're over the water. It's very smooth. I don't want to spoil a lot for people, but I will say that as far as smoothness, this ride, one of the better roller coasters. And I would also say that it was very comparable to like a mid-range roller coaster at Cedar Point. So if you're looking for the ultimate thrill, like Top Thrill Dragster, Millennium Force, Steel Vengeance, this is just below that. So it's still great, and I think for an Orlando roller coaster, it rates really high. But I do think that if you're looking for like extreme thrill, this is a little bit less than that. So thoroughly enjoyed it. I would definitely wait again for this ride. And I think that the theming was on point that made this ride. You don't know when a dinosaur is going to appear. You don't know what's going to happen. And I think that made this roller coaster really awesome. So I give this my star of recommendation. If you're here at Islands of Adventure, definitely a must do. And can't wait for June 10th. Oh, cute. Alright, I'm gonna build a dinosaur.
Welcome aboard! And hold on, because we're about to get inside your genes and combine them with a dinosaur. Step 1. Look to the screen below. Imagine you're already a dinosaur and tell me, are you a carnivore or a herbivore?
I'm a herbivore.
Large or small? And finally, are you a loner or a herd? Press the menu. Wonderful! With these preferences, we can begin the process of locating your ideal dino DNA donor. But now, check out the panel below me for step 2, your brain scan. See the yellow outline below me that kind of looks like your head? Bring your face all the way down until your eyes and mouth line up with the green outlines inside the dark oval. Then, hold down the flashing button, stay really still, and think really hard till I say Uncle. Ready? Here goes. Uncle. All right. Your brain scan provides a real wealth of information. And with all this new data, we can now locate your ideal dino DNA donor. And there he is. Your physical and mental profile makes you perfectly compatible with this large camouflage herd. So now the only thing left to do is step 3, where we'll actually sample your DNA. So, turning to your right, place your right hand on the blue hand rest, where a microscopic quantity of your genes will be painlessly captured. Wonderful! And that didn't hurt a bit, did it? Now, let's take a look at what you're made of. Wow! That's you all over! Every freckle, frown, and follicle that makes you, you, is on its way to becoming something entirely new. Because once your DNA recombines with your dino donor, the resulting creation is certain to be a world's first. This is it! Magnificent! They say a picture's worth 1,000 words. But in this case, I'd say it's worth more.
Oh my gosh.
I like this, it's uncanny. Recombinant genes.
This is scary. Visage. Head in a bag. This is hilarious.
Okay. I think we better stop right here before your creation turns any more unstable. So long!
Here is the nursery where all of the dinosaurs are currently being grown and hatched. You can see on the screen there that it looks like one just hatched a few minutes ago. Connected to the nursery is the Discovery Center, along with the Velocicoaster store, where you can get all the merch. They've got little raptor jacks. Ooh, they have the pop, the Funko Pop for Jurassic World, the indoor raptor. It's kind of cute. For Velociraptor, they have Velociraptor Charlie and Velociraptor Blue. Let's get a price on that. $50. It does look like this is part of the Amber collection, so I'm wondering if this is going to be a collectible in the future, but They also have other Jurassic Park collectibles. This one is a Tyrannosaurus Rex and looks super scary. We've got the National Geographic Velociraptor.
Anatomically correct.
There's Stegosaurus, Brachiosaurus, and Triceratops, T-Rex. These are all puzzles. Dinosaur eggs, some stuffies. They have the Jurassic Park t-shirt. And this mug is pretty sweet. That one's $19.95. I think we have this mug, or my dad does. I like that one. You have your generic Jurassic Park merch, which is still very cool. And then it's mixed in here with some Jurassic World t-shirts, which that one's pretty cool looking. Jurassic World hoodie. Check that out. This t-shirt is $25. You can get a Jurassic World mug for $17. Oh, this cute little camp Snap Squad. Jurassic World Snap Squad. There is the Velocicoaster Freestyle Tumbler, which includes drinking all day, and I'm wondering if this is one of those, if this is going to be a cup that you can use. It is. It is chipped, so this is one that you can use every day. Instead of the generic universal cup, you could get the Velocicoaster one, which would be a neat souvenir. Plus, then you can have those refills all day, so that would be probably what I would buy if I was coming here and wanted some Velocicoaster merch. Like here. Let's see what else we can find. Version of the hoodie, which I like because then it's very versatile. This one is $42. There's a holographic print, or just a regular print. This one is $15. That would actually look really cool framed in someone's special Velocicoaster masks, and this one makes it look like you are a raptor. The face coverings are $8 each, or 3 for $20. Velocicoaster socks. They were here first. T-shirts. This one is $27. This is a cutoff shirt in a youth size. So this is a kid's t-shirt. It's $23. Velocicoaster, they have a tank. This one is $27. And a t-shirt for $25. You could get a mug for $15. That's actually a pretty good deal. All the other mugs are in the $20 range. A shot glass that says "What could go wrong?" Velocicoaster for $9. The Jurassic World hoodie is $57. I have a cool hat that says Jurassic World on it for $28. This is like a bucket hat. Dinosaur masks. I have the youth size of the Velocicoaster shirt for $28. I like this because I like the striping. I wish the adult t-shirts had that. And this is a Chomp and Roar blue mask. I don't see a price, but more seating for the restaurant down here.
Some kind of trivia thing?
Oh, cool. Yeah. This is some kind of trivia that used to exist, maybe. That would be kind of fun to do. So this Discovery Center is pretty neat, actually. And this is what you would see when you get off of the ride. If you go upstairs, there's actually a quick service restaurant where you can mobile order and they will bring your food to you, and restrooms. So So we're gonna go check that out.
Have you been here before?
So I'm just gonna give you a little bit more of a history on the coaster. This is something that we have all been waiting for a couple years. We've been watching it get from the very beginning, so we were really excited. We had a lot of adrenaline going in, and walking up to this coaster, it's a little bit intimidating when you see some of those twists and turns, but it officially opens June 10th, 2021. I know I've mentioned this a couple times. They are doing some rehearsals right now, or soft opening, so there is a chance for you to ride it before June 10th, but it's not guaranteed. They could take those away at any time, so you could get there and it could be done. So June 10th is the date that you want to keep in mind. At the highest peak, this roller coaster gets up to 155 feet. I will try to link a comparison of how high that is if I can, but that's quite high. The drop is actually 140 feet, so it's not all the way up to the 155 feet mark, but pretty close. And the entire length of the ride is 4,700 feet. It did seem like a pretty good length roller coaster when you're riding it, and I think it ended at, if it was up to me, a couple more seconds would have been nice, a couple more drops, but it was a very good length coaster. You're not just waiting for a 2-second thing, so that was good. It does get up to 70 miles per hour, making this the fastest roller coaster here at Universal Studios Resort. If you notice that top hat, that really tall top of the roller coaster, that is a drop at an angle of 80 degrees. So that's pretty close to 90. That's almost completely straight down. And when they hang you there for a second, it's really thrilling. Like, it's like, wait a minute, did we just stop? Are we gonna go backwards? Are we going forwards? What's gonna happen? And that, I love those like little thrills. Like, you just don't know what's gonna happen, and it makes it really kind of fun. There are 2 launches in this coaster. The first one is right at the very beginning, and then in the middle, to help you get up that really high point and do some of those twists and corkscrews, they launch you again. I think roller coasters should have multiple launches. I love that Hagrid's has like 7 of them or something like that. That is my favorite part. I love when you like just all of a sudden speed up, and I think this ride, I wish it had more than 2. The first one, you go from 0 to 50 in 2 seconds, and then the second launch is from 40 miles. So you're already going 40 miles per hour, and then you're gonna launch up to that 70. So it's not to the very end of the ride that you're gonna hit that 70 miles per hour, but it's pretty cool. Park's a little bit crowded today. Not sure where the capacity's at, if they hit capacity or if they upped capacity, but it definitely seems a little bit more crowded than it did earlier in the week. I mean, granted, it was a weekday, so we'll take that into consideration. Some Carnival Games. Oh man, those dinosaurs are fighting over that pizza again.